Hey guys, Sean here, going to explain to you how to answer this question correctly. We got this inference question here. We want to find what logically completes the text. We usually want to find like cause and effect relationships or correlations. We see different things or different factors that kind of influence the waiting times for patients in the NHS system in the UK. Now, we want to focus on this last sentence here. It says, one striking revelation in the report was that areas with higher levels of socioeconomic deprivation had longer waiting times. This trend suggests. Now, this trend is directly referring to this green underlined part. So all this tells us is that places with higher levels of socioeconomic deprivation, which usually means poorer neighborhoods, that people here wait longer. Okay, they have longer wait times. So when we look at answer choice alpha, socioeconomic factors in certain areas likely play a role in the delay experienced by patients in accessing general practitioners in the UK's NHS. This is correct. The only thing we know is this. We know that higher levels of deprivation, so some levels of socioeconomic status can affect the wait times. So alpha looks pretty good. Bravo doesn't make sense because it contradicts the sentence. It says areas with low levels of socioeconomic deprivation experience no delays. Well, it doesn't contradict it, I'm sorry. This one says just low levels of deprivation, but this is too absolute to say this has no delays. So the fact that places with not as much deprivation have no delays, this is too extreme. Charlie, the aging population is the only contributing factor. When we see this absolute word, that's a red flag. It says that the aging population is the only contributing factor to the increase in demand of general practitioners, which is not implied by this sentence anyway. Now, delta is a little bit tempting. It says those living in areas with higher socioeconomic deprivation suffer from poorer health conditions than those in other areas. But this infers too much. This is tempting because the fact that these people have poorer health conditions might explain why they have to see the doctors longer or something like that. But this infers too much. All we know is that these people wait longer to see the doctor. It doesn't really show us like exactly the reason why these physicians take longer, or if they take longer, maybe there are more people waiting in line. So we don't know if this is the reason. Even though this might seem reasonable, this kind of appeals to our bias and we might be tempted to choose it, but there's no evidence that this is the reason why we can't choose it, which is why only alpha really works. Got it? Good.